Woke up this morning grumpy, feels really old, tired, sore, kind of just rusty, you know. Um, I find myself questioning things because things aren't occurring at the rate of time that I want them to occur. Get frustrated when you start praying or talking to God. Um, you, you ask questions whenever you pray or drive, and you know, it's it's weird because all the things that happen to me, like the brain cancer, was kind of a shock and awe. Um, didn't happen on the timeline that I expected. It just kind of randomly popped up. The PTSD from like a decade and a half ago or something like that just kind of popped up. Actually, it was more than a decade. But either way, I didn't know I had it. Um, the effects of this chemo still going, and you get impatient. You never pay attention to the timelines or events in your life. Um, they just don't occur the way you expect. So, yeah, you question things. You question God's timing instead of being patient, letting Him work. That's probably one of the biggest things I need to learn is how to be patient, how to not worry about what's going on around me. Work on God's time. Do what you can within that moment. Um, yeah, getting in my truck here. You find yourself in a precarious position. I have found myself asking, what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? I read the Bible and I try to apply it to my life. Granted, there's times where I'm not reading it every day. I'll skip a day or two, but I read it pretty consistently on a weekly basis. I pray at minimum once a day, minimum. And you see videos or you hear people talking about how they get their answers, which I'm not mad at them for, obviously. Thank God that, people are getting what they need. But then I go back to, what am I supposed to do? I'm unhappy working at the places that I work at. I am at peace when I'm reading the Bible in the kitchen, or music takes me away. And it is Christian music, not worship necessarily, but it does talk about people's journey and finding faith, things like that. Music of that sorts. I do think it's a sign we are not meant for this world. There's something more we're meant for. But then, in a circle, you're coming back to, what am I supposed to do? Are you talking too much? Are you thinking so much that you're not listening? I don't know. I consistently try and do the right thing, and sometimes by the end of the day, actually before the end of the day, by 3 o'clock, I'm exhausted. I gotta lay on the recliner, take me a 2-hour nap, and there's not enough time in the day to do stuff, to do things that I need to do. So what's the answer? Change of career again? I was finishing up Romans last night because we're about to start Revelations here in a little bit at church. I was finishing up Romans. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm getting there. There's a lot of trials and tribulations in there. I wish I could recite the verses that I read, but I can't. Brain cancer. Can't remember nothing. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know exactly what I came on here to say. I guess it's a rant about me when it shouldn't be about me. Maybe it takes looking into this camera to realize I'm being selfish. Because oh, woe is me, my body hurts, I'm tired. Oh, woe is me, I dislike where I work. I feel like I'm not close to God, or I feel like something's missing in my link with God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. What's missing? What am I not doing? Am I being selfish? Am I thinking about myself, my situation in life? And he asks for a sign for what you're supposed to do, or a message, or write that baby down in English. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. Explain it to me. Put it step by step for me. Maybe keep reading the Bible and it should tell me, right? Tell me exactly what I'm supposed to do. Hopefully. But I guess I just got to keep talking to God. Figure out what he really wants me to do. Because I'm running out of answers. This doesn't mean to be dark or any kind of negative, downer thing. I'll always do my best for my babies, my family, and everybody around me in my environment, stuff like that. But you find yourself asking, what am I supposed to do? What's the meaning of my life? What am I supposed to do to change things? Let's go on The Voice and start singing. Been looking into possibly, Liberty University, where you can get a Master's of Divinity. I don't know about all that, because obviously it costs money, but maybe ministry. Maybe it's, teaching or training or something. And I keep hoping that I'll just hear magical words of, this is what I want you to do. Go do it. Be blindly faithful and trustworthy to God. And then you ask yourself, how do I do that? I don't know. Hopefully I'll figure it out soon. God bless y'all. Love y'all.